I'm going to show you how to install TrueNAS on Proxmox using one of these Octiplex 7050s. This is what I'm doing right now is I'm rebuilding my whole entire Homelab on just one of these devices. So all the things that I would need to be able to control and run my Homelab. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and get that installed on Proxmox. Now that we're on our desktop and we're logged into our Proxmox server, you can see mine is PVE1. I have an OpenSense firewall, an Ubuntu desktop, and Ubuntu server that I haven't done anything with. But now what I want to do is I want to be able to share files between, say, my laptop, because my laptop's hooked up to this, and my Ubuntu desktop, and have a file share system. And one of the easiest ways to do that is using a tool called TrueNAS. So TrueNAS is a software-defined NAS system where you can pretty much take any device and turn it into a NAS or a network share. And to get our, we will need an ISO. So to get that ISO, we're going to go to TrueNAS.com. Then we're going to go to Products and then TrueNAS Community Edition. I'm going to click on this. We're going to download TrueNAS Community Edition. And you can put in your email address right here if you want to get emails from them and all of that. I've already done this, so I'm going to hit no, thank you. And then where it says TrueNAS Stable, download the stable. Your version may be different depending on when you're watching this, but you're going to right click on download stable and copy link address. Once we've done that, we're going to go back to our Proxmox server. We're going to go to local, which is where I store all of my ISOs. We're going to go to ISO images, and then we're going to go download from URL. We're going to paste in that URL that we just copied, and we're going to query it. And you should see TrueNAS scale dash something ISO. And you're going to click download. This is a 2 gig download, so it may take a minute, but I've already went ahead and downloaded that. So while you're waiting, just go ahead and pause the video. And then once it's downloaded, you're going to come up here and you're going to click Create VM. And we're going to call this TrueNAS. Click Next. And then we're going to go to Local and we're going to select TrueNAS. We're going to leave everything else as default. I'm going to leave it as default here. Disk, we're going to give it 64 gigs. It won't see this disk, but this is just so that we know we have enough storage and things like that for local control. CPU, we're going to change this to host. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, select host, and I'm going to give mine 4 cores, and we're going to give it 8 gigs, which is 8192. Network, we're going to leave as default, and we're going to make sure that this is not selected, and we're going to click finish. Now, while we're waiting on that to populate, we're going to come up here and we'll click on PVE1 or PVE, whatever the name of your device is, and we're going to go to shell. And we need to install a program to make it so that we can get all the information we need. So that is going to be apt install lshw, which stands for list hardware. I've already downloaded mine, but yours will download. Go ahead and go through the install process. Once that is installed, you're going to put in lshw dash class disk and class storage. So what this is doing for me is it is giving me all of the disks that are attached to my device. This one right here, this 223 gig, I know that that is where Proxmox is, and that's my local LVM. This disk 1 is a 500 gig NVMe that I have attached to my computer inside. I need to grab the serial number from that, go in here, copy, and open up something like Notepad, and I'm going to type in SDB just so I know that it's disk 1 or disk 1. And then I'm going to paste in that serial number, and I'm going to go ahead and clear all this out so you can see my screen again. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run list. And what this is going to do is this is going to give me the disk ID that I need, because I'm going to have to pass this through into TrueNAS from Proxmox. And I want to find that where it says dev disk by ID ATA. I'm going to copy that ATA WAD, and yours may be different. And copy that. and I'm going to paste it in here. Now, next thing that I want to do is I want to pass through that drive, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So we go to TrueNAS right now and go to hardware. You can see we got CD, and then we've got hard disk. CD, that's our ISO, so that we can go ahead and install. This hard disk 0 is our virtual disk for TrueNAS to sit on. So that's our ISO disk, or our boot disk. But we need to add in that other disk. To do that, we're going to run this command. So we're going to do a QEM set 103, that's this number here. That is the VM ID. And we're going to do a SCSI 1 dev disk by ID ATA, whatever's after yours. And then we're going to do a comma serial equals that serial number. I'm going to press enter. And it'll say update to VM 103. And the disk has been added. So now if we go back here and look, we have hard disk 0 and 1. And you can see that all of that information is there. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and start up our VM. We're going to go to console. We're going to press enter right here. And we're going to hit enter for 1. We're going to select that 64 gig by hitting space. And it's going to go ahead and start the install process. We're going to set up the administrator user, which is TrueNAS admin. We're going to give it a super secret squirrel password, and we're going to say yes. Now it's going to go ahead and start installing TrueNAS onto that virtual disk. Come back when that's fully installed. Okay, now that that is done installing, it'll pop up the TrueNAS installation on SDA1 succeeded. Please reboot and remove the installation media. So we're going to press OK, and we're going to come down here where it says for shutdown. We're going to press enter. It's going to start shutting it down. Now we're going to click back on hardware. We're going to remove that CD DVD. Click remove. Yes. And we're going to go ahead and start our VM back up. We're going to go back to console and press enter right here. It will automatically start up after like 5 or 6 seconds, but pressing enter allows it to go a little bit faster. And we'll pause while it's going ahead and installing and getting everything set up, and I'll come back once it comes onto the screen. So now that we see it has right here, it says 172.16.1.103, we are going to navigate to that IP address. So we're going to come over to this, and we're going to do 172.16.1.103. We're going to press enter. Now we're going to come to the TrueNAS page. We're going to do TrueNAS _ admin in that password that we set up. And now we're on our TrueNAS dashboard. And if we come right here and we go to storage and go to disk, you can see we have that SDB serial number, which is the serial number from the WD, and it has no pool. The first thing that I want to do is I want to wipe this just to make sure that there's nothing on this. Now, also do make sure that this drive is something you can wipe, because when you wipe it, there is nothing left on it. We're going to do just a quick wipe. We're going to confirm. We're going to hit continue, and it is successful. So now we're going to go to close. We're going to click back on storage, and we're going to do create a pool. We're going to call this share. Next, we're going to do a stripe because we're only using a single disk. We're going to hit save and continue, and then create pool. We're going to confirm, continue. Now you can see if we go to data set, that share is right there. But what we need to do is we need to add a data set so that we can pass that share on to our devices. So we're just going to call this share. And we're going to leave everything as generic. We're going to hit save. Now we're going to come here and we're going to go to credentials, users. We're going to add a user. So I'm just going to add Brian, and we're going to put in a password, and we're going to make sure that it says SMB access. Click save. And now we have a local user. We're going to come back here. We're going to go to shares. We're going to hit Windows SMB, add, click on share, and then the other share, and we're going to hit save. We're going to hit start. And now that we see that that share has been started and it's running and mount share, we need to come right here and go to edit file system ACL, cancel. And then where it says other, We're going to click on that. We're going to click write and then save as control. So now if we go to our computer and we open up File Explorer and we go to //172.16.103, and this is going to be the IP address of your device, you can see that we have that share right there. Now, if I want to, I can do a new text document. So we're going to open that up. We're going to say, hey, did this work? I'm going to hit File, Save, and let's rename it to hey. Now we can go to our Ubuntu desktop, open that up, and if we go to Files, then go to Other Locations, Network, Share. If you open this up, it says, hey, did this work? Yes, it did. And then we're going to hit Save. Now if we open the Hey text back up, you can see, yes, it did. So now that we've got that share set up, we can share documents between our desktop and our virtual machines and even other devices on our network. This is a great way that you can store your pictures or anything like that. If you like videos like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.